Okay, Gemini, this is your April forecast for all Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. First thing we have here is travel, moving away. You're ready to go. You're ready and willing to leave a situation or possibly travel overseas, possibly move overseas. And your challenge this month is going to be to be the protagonist in a new chapter of your life. Something is ending and you are leaving something behind. April isn't just the beginning of a new season in weather, in the forecast. It's a new season for you, Gemini, and that is what this reading's about to get into. Okay, so here you've worked very hard, you've been victorious at work, but it doesn't feel very fulfilling. So you're ready. You're asking yourself, I worked really hard, but for what? Was it worth it? But you've been very victorious and you overcame a lot of conflict to get to where you are. But you're kind of reflective. You're being reflective, which doesn't surprise me because Geminis have a lot going on. They're very intellectual. So here you are restructuring your life. You're being very serious about everything, very intense, very orthodox and old school. There's an old school mentality you are fighting or you're coming up against with the Queen of Swords right there. It's interesting because the Emperor is very it's a very masculine energy card. Like everything is about logic. It's about logic. It's about tradition, structure, everything that has been done needs to be done a certain way. I don't want to say rigid, but it's interesting because here it seems like this is something with the Queen of Swords you're brushing up against, because the Queen of Swords is someone who's in control of her thoughts. Now, this is not gender specific. This is more of an energy. The Queen of Swords is somebody who is, very cunning, clever, witty, calculating, in control of their thoughts and emotions, in control of the story. And the Emperor is in control of the story, but he's wise and he has that lived experience, and he's also very rigid. And I feel like this is something you're battling. There seems to be possibly a restructure you want in your life, pertaining probably one of the reasons you want to leave. So then you have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So maybe you have somebody immature in your life regarding money. So this card is always a card of mental anguish, self-imposed mental anguish, self-imposed. It is one of those things that other people are doing to you. You're not doing to yourself. Other people aren't doing to you. You're doing it to yourself. And with the Queen of Swords right here, and the swords moving away, it seems like this is something you want to get away from. You're kind of battling how to structure your mind to get in control of your mind. And then you have the Four of Wands in reverse, which is, it's not the opposite of it. It's almost as if you have a good home life. Something's missing. You have everything you need. You just don't feel connected to it. It's not disharmony at home. It's that it's almost as if like this. You have a great place to live, a great car, but you just don't feel enough. You feel empty. You don't feel like you're leaving anything behind. You don't feel like, it's almost like I don't know if you've seen the movie Fight Club. It's almost like that, where you go to work, you come home and watch TV. There's something missing. And that would definitely make sense for Gemini, because Geminis are so smart, and they need a lot of stimulation and adventure. So I think it would make sense if you're overworking and you're working with very rigid people, and that's something you don't want to deal with, or the work environment, or you're bored with your current life, is causing you to, because the thing about Geminis is you guys have to be stimulated. You have to. You will look for it. You will find a way to find adventure in some way. So that is why it's really important that's one of the things about Geminis. You can self-sabotage because you're always looking. You're kind of always on the lookout for something to satisfy and stimulate and give. So with the Ace of Wands right here, you're being offered that. You're being offered, your walking stick. You're being offered an adventure. You're being offered it this month. But I think the way to get to this offer, to this adventure, is to structure your thoughts. I think that's one of the things, is to structure that. But I'm going to get the numerology card to clarify this for Gemini. What is the obstacle or theme Gemini needs to know this month? What is the obstacle? What is the obstacle or theme Gemini needs to know this month? What is the obstacle or theme Gemini needs to know this month? This is crazy. I don't know if you have any Cancer placements, but you have got a lot in common with Cancer, because you got adventure too. And your protagonist is the Fool, which is crazy. I have no idea. This is really going to resonate with one person out there. I know it. Like, one person in probably New Amsterdam is like, oh, that's me. I'm a Cancer, Gemini rising. Or something, this is crazy. This is so crazy right now. This is crazy. So yeah, you're being called to go on an adventure. You're being called to travel, move to something, move on to something, move on for something fun. You're not like move on, like dump somebody. I'm not saying that. I'm saying have an adventure, fit fun into your life. Because there's so much structure and rigid activity going on over here in your present day at work. I mean, you're successful at work, you're successful with your goals, but it's that constant reflection that you have is, I'm not having fun. I'm doing all this. I'm successful at it outwardly, but inwardly, I'm grappling with the rigid environment I'm in. I'm grappling with the rigid rules that I have to do because I want to break out. So you're being asked to break out. I don't know if you're trying to do stand-up comedy, maybe do an open mic, or if you like somebody, you want to date them, ask them out. Like, you have to choose your own adventure this month, Gemini, and you will succeed, but you got to put effort into it. That's the other card that came out. You got to do the effort. It's not just going to come to you. You're not just going to sit around this month and go home and sit in your car or eat a sandwich and oh, here's an adventure, or someone's going to show up. No, you got to kind of like put yourself out there. Try something new. Go to a restaurant you've never gone to. Go to a coffee shop you've never gone to. Just try it, Just do something fun. Go to a show. Go to a concert. Go out. Have fun. Okay, Gemini? This is your April reading. I hope it resonated with you. And come back next week for your mini readings.